Thank you. Welcome and good morning, everyone. Yeah, as you say, it indeed, when you're orienting yourself as a maker or you want to tour in a country, it's always interesting to know, I think, what the context is you're getting yourself into, and also how to relate to the different players that are active in the field. So what I will try to do is very briefly give an insight in how the arts, and then more specifically dance field, is structured in Flanders and Brussels, and how that very shortly came about historically also, because I think that tells a lot on where we are now and how everything is organized. So first important, very basic element to know, I think, is that so Flanders is also a federal state, quite small. But we have different communities and regions. And so the cultural policy is a responsibility of the communities. So that means that we have a different cultural policy in Flanders and Wallonia, the French-speaking side of Belgium. And Brussels is a very specific case in that, because Brussels is a separate region, but on the community levels, the different regions have their responsibilities there, which means that actually there's organizations both on the side of companies and artists as on the side of institutions that either are funded by the Flemish side or by the French speaking side. So my focus here now will mainly be on the Flemish fields, because both fields also have a very different way of functioning, a very different way of being organized. The funding is different. So yeah, we get into this a bit surrealistic situation in Brussels. We're known for that. But so to say, in Flanders, it's mainly since the end of the 70s and the 80s that the field as it is now started to get shape. And I think what has been very specific in Flanders is that the arts policy always followed what was growing within the artistic field, rather than a very top-down vision on how do we want the cultural or the artistic field to be organized, and that's what we fund. So I think that's part of the reasons that create a very vibrant field also. So we have an arts decree that organizes the funding, and that organizes the funding both for bigger structures and theaters and venues and art centers, as for the companies, artist-run initiatives, artist-centered initiative workspaces. So we have a vast field that is in a way structured within the same arts policy. Maybe to give a distinction, starting from the idea you are a maker and you want to bring and tour a piece to Flanders, which are the organizations that you would address? Then you see that the field in Flanders is shaped in different forms. On the one hand, we have the art centers. They are mainly multidisciplinary, although that definitely Brussels and Flanders is very much known for dance. We don't have really a house for dance that only functions or focuses on that, neither on the level of the workspaces, which are spaces where the focus is more on research and development and creation, not so necessarily leading to presentation. They're all multidisciplinary. It's only since 2015 that Stuk in Leuven, the art center that I now work for, became a house for dance, image and sound. So dance is one of the important elements in it, but yet linked with these two other disciplines. And in the past, it was also a place where theater had its place. So we don't really, as opposed to France, for example, where you have the Centre de Développement Chorégraphique, you have the Centre Chorégraphique National, so specific centers really focused on dance. We don't necessarily have that in Flanders. But there are multiple art centers that program dance. And that also, what is quite specific about those art centers, they are mainly venues of very different sizes, very different scales. But they do not only present, very often they also co-produce, they host residencies, some have programs where they have artists in residency for multiple years, so with whom they have a closer relationship and are really funding, and then more project-based connections. And those arts center as examples are Stuk in Leuven, but also Kai Theatre in Brussels, Nona in Mechelen, which is a smaller one, but also doing quite a lot of dance. Kaap in Bruges and Ostend. It's one that is in two different cities. So these places are all places where, as an artist, they present international work. They host residencies also for international artists, each in their own way. Some may have open calls. Others, for example, in Stuk where I work, we have a quite intense residency program. But it's a bit behind, or has been a bit behind the scenes, I would say, and very often it's then linked to the presentation function. So it's like it gives the opportunity to develop trajectories with artists leading up to the presentation, and also help them to, work around how to bring that to an audience, or give an audience insight in the creation process as well. So we have these art centers. Next to that, we have a couple of bigger institutions that actually initially were considered as art centers, but in the meantime have a space within the Flemish field that is also recognized by the policymakers as bigger institutions with a more important role to take. And so some of them also, they are called the Flemish Arts Institutions. They have, some of them are quite intensely working around dance. So for example, the Singel in Antwerp, Concertgebouw in Bruges, Vooruit in Ghent. Then the workspaces that I was talking about. So they are more recent. It was like in the 90s when the dance field became very vast. A lot of the bigger companies in the 80s were starting to have offspring. The School of Anne Teresa, the Keersmaker Parts came into existence. So a lot of people started to create their own work, and there was money. It was quite easy to get support, either by the companies, by the art centers that were there. And all of a sudden we had a lot of production, and the pressure on production became also almost a model, also as a way of, I mean, there's something that we might touch on later, this fragility or precarity sometimes of dance makers, that there was a lot of production, but not necessarily the touring following to make a really full career. So that kind of created a vicious circle where more and more production came into place without necessarily having time for reflection, time for research, without having to lead to a result. So by the end of the 90s, some organizations came into existence that really only focused on that part. And they also have a very international scope. So an example is Workspace Brussels, which is a quite specific model. And that also touches up on something that I think is very specific in Flanders, that there's a lot of collaboration between the structures of different sizes, scales, positions and functions in the field. So for example, Workspace Brussels was initially based or focused on dance. Now also it's more multidisciplinary and like in hybrid forms. But so they don't have their own space. So it's an organization in its own. They have their own policy, their own way of functioning, their own funding, but they rely on space, studio space in Parts, in Rosas, in Ultima Vez, in Le Brigitine, which is also an important venue for dance in Brussels, but supported by the city. So it's a bilingual institution, not belonging to any of the communities. So Workspace Brussels has access to a number of weeks of space in these different places, and then when they invite artists to come and work, they will look for what is the most convenient space for that project or that research. Actually, in terms of workspaces, an important one that where also dance artists are often at work is WP Zimmer in Antwerp. We have a collaborative model in the Limburg, the northeastern parts of Flanders as well, which is called CTACT, which is again a collaboration between different regional organizations. And then there's many more, and in a sense, the art centers also sometimes take up that role for more research-based work, and how they do it is very different. But I think, I mean, we will send a list after with a lot of links and connections to look into. Some of them have open calls, which is also very interesting. If you're a young maker from Basque Country, trying to reach out to Flanders, but not having connection yet, those workspaces might be interesting places to look for, because, or to get in touch with, and then these open call are chances. It's of course, as a general thing, I think always important that before you reach out to a certain organization, try to get a feel of what their artistic vision is, what their artistic work is, and see how your own work would match with that or would fit. But so what they help to do also is, and that's then they mainly work with emerging artists, is aside from their residency programs, where they sometimes support also with co-production money or with dramaturgical or technical support, they organize platforms in which the work is shown, and these platforms are then very often moments where they invite other programmers. So they help bringing new talents or artists that are working on new things into the field, which is quite interesting. So next to these arts institutions, art centers, workspaces, we also have a very vast network of what we call cultural centers. And they are a bit different. They do come from a more top-down vision of the policy, but from a more local vision. So they were established in the 70s, where the government said cultures should be accessible to a wide audience very close by. So they are spread around Flanders. There's hundreds of them of different scales also, and they have a very wide program where you will see that the art centers and the arts institutions have artistic visions, and they might focus more on one type of a kind of work, or have a more political voice. Or the cultural centers really present like a very wide panorama of works. Also, not they sometimes host more commercial comedy, etc. But also a lot of theater, and some of them dance. So important ones for dance are, for example, the Cultural Center in Bruges, which has a very close collaboration with the Concertgebouw that I mentioned before. And together they also created Dans in Brugge. So again, an example of a regional constellation or collaboration with different actors or players in the field that try to reinforce on a certain level the link between the creation and audience. There's a cultural center in Kortrijk, the Warande in Turnhout. So there's about 10 that really have a history of presenting a lot of dance. And actually while in the beginning that was not so much the case, over the last years, some of them also started to take a more active role, sometimes in hosting residencies or from here and there co-producing work. What is a fragility there, for example, is these cultural centers are city organization. They're funded by the city, And so the city government is also involved in their functioning. And so over the last years, there was a lot of more pressure on their income or their finances model. And this is still a fact that dance sometimes can be challenging to get its audience. It's with a wider audience, definitely the more the not so big or big names or very eventual shows, there is a tendency to be considered as a difficult art form, hard to understand. There's no narrative. And so what we see is that some of these cultural centers, under the pressure of their policymakers, made a bit more of a conservative turn and don't or invest less in more adventurous or new work, I would say, under the pressure of not filling their halls with it. But I mean, the ones that I will list and send you are ones that still, I mean, some fight for it and still do it and have very interesting programs on that level. But they are maybe a bit less focused on the international than the art centers, I would say. And then a very relative, and then I will round up because there are so many more things to say. But I think as orientation points, when you first connect to Flanders, what is very relevant is to get in touch or browse the site of the Flemish Arts, the Flanders Arts Institute, which is an expertise center for the performing arts, music and visual arts. But they have a lot of information on their website, amongst others, a mapping of the residency places over all disciplines, a mapping of different dossiers on dance in Flanders, with like the history of the policy and how it's organized and who is active in there now, portraits of Flemish dance artists. So that there's really a lot of information, and they organize a lot of sessions. Also, they also organize international visitors programs for artists and for presenters and producers. So it's very relevant to browse through their website and see what their activities are actually. And they also host a morning coffee every Monday, online sessions, where artists, national and international, are just welcome to Zoom in with any of the questions they may have. And then they will give you a first orientation there, or can orient you elsewhere or give you more information from their side.